Hello all, welcome to i-tutor Academy. In today's session, we will start with the Unit 6 of Mmpc 008, that is Information Systems, Economics and Security. So, structure of this unit are: introduction is there, growing need of information, objectives, data, information and knowledge, value and cost of information, ethics in information society and right to information, protecting computer resources and disaster recovery, information systems, success and failure, summary and unit and end exercises are there. Okay, so this is a structure of this unit. And let's start with the unit 1. There is an introduction, growing need of information. Maintaining records for use as and when has been in practice right from the ancient time. Initially, people were required to keep record of their possession so that governing body could take tax from them, and government and traders kept records to plan their activities better. With the industrialization, it became necessary for industry owners and managers to keep records of inventory and accounts. Management needed more information for internal decisions. Investors, on the other hand, needed information about the organization and its soundness and health. In spite of the technological development, there is an ever increasing demand for more and more information. Information and information technology have become a strategic necessity. The business environment has become much more competitive. It has become mandatory on the part of the organization to make full use of information with the help of technology to service. In an organization, information and technology exist in the form of an information system. Whenever an external or internal demand is anticipated or felt by the organization, information system helps the organization to plan critical response activities, and the individuals are supported by is to fulfill their roles, and the organization use is to track consumer behavior. With the availability of technology, even in the form of handheld smart devices, it has become possible to disseminate information at any time in case organization has is in place. The organization may take proactive measure rather than firefighting measure based on the information provided. So here is one figure: an organization as a hierarchical unit and hierarchical communication channel. So level 1, 2, 3 and 4 is there. So you just refer this figure, so you will get a more idea. With the increased size of organization, the volume of data generated with the organization also increased, and is become a necessity for rational decision making by providing information at all levels by extracting from the pile of data. So let's see the objectives of this chapter. After reading this unit, you should be able to define data, information, knowledge, and relationship between them, and explain the concept like cost and value of information, illustrate the main reasons for success and failure of an MIS, describe ethical issues involved in information society and right to information, and explain the need and mechanism to protect and safeguard computer resources from unauthorized access, computer viruses, and cybercrime. So these are the objectives of this chapter. And next is data, information, knowledge. So data is a raw material with which we start, and information is the finished product. So example is here, this is data. Okay, so account number, money withdrawn on a day. So these are the data, a form of data. And information has been defined as data that have been put into a meaningful and useful context and communicate to a recipient who uses it to make decision. It reduces uncertainty, reveals additional alternatives, or helps eliminate irrelevant or poor one. Returning back to our example, the bank manager may decide the amount of required cash based on the information of total money withdrawn. The information makes a person more knowledgeable. Knowledge is an awareness and understanding of a set of information that help decision making. Knowledge makes a person wise. The sequences is following. Data is processed to get information. Information makes a person knowledgeable. Knowledge so created adds to the wisdom, abbreviated as DIKW. So this is data, information and knowledge. So that is DIKW. This is a relationship between DIKW. The information should have certain characteristics to be valuable to its recipient. These characteristics vary from being accurate to secure, and if information is not accurate, the decision maker may not rely on the information. The situation becomes worse if the recipient of the information is not aware of its inaccuracy. The decision maker may use inaccurate information assuming it to be accurate. The following is a comprehensive list of desired characteristics. There is accurate, the information should be accurate and error free. The information may be inaccurate due to incorrect data that has been used to generate information. Complete, the information must be complete. The information should not have been filtered that presents a biased picture to the recipient. And economical, we all understand that information has an associated cost and it is expected to be beneficial for the recipient. The benefit must be much greater than the cost. Flexibility, let us understand flexibility through an example. In a bank, the bank manager would like to know the total amount withdrawn and deposited through transaction, loans given and recovered by the bank. A client would like to check the total money he withdraws from his account and his present balance. So the information that the bank possessed should be flexible enough to present different view of data to different people. Reliable and verifiable, information is said to be reliable if one can depend on it. Both data and information should be reliable. In case there is any doubt or the user want to be absolutely sure, he might like to verify. Relevant, this characteristics is self-explanatory and no one would like to have irrelevant data or information. Simple, the information must be presented in proper format to make it simple for user. Too much information may result in information overload. The user may not be able to extract important information. Timely, the information may lose its value if it is not received in a timely manner. Imagine reading yesterday's newspaper today. And accessible and secure, the information should be easily accessible to authorized person. To summarize, information is the result or product of processing data as depicted below. So data, processor and information. Data life cycle, we can think of data having their own life cycle, namely data generation, data manipulation, transmission of data, and the communication of information, storing or retrieving, achieving and purging, and production of data. The generation of data could take place internally and or externally. This data has to be captured by recording of data from an event or occurrence in some from such as sales slips and personal form, purchase order, etc. And data are also constantly transported to the user in processed form from, and it is transferred to storage from the resource and then processed and passed on to the user, who again return it to storage after working on it, which becomes available for further retrieval. The randomly accumulated data has to be sorted and classified to reveal appropriate information. An example, sales data can be classified product wise, territory wise, salesperson wise, etc. Such a classification will give the sales data more meaning. Processing of data might entail quite a bit of manipulation and calculations involving addition, subtraction, manipulation, division, etc. Based on certain formulae. Computations might have to be performed for deriving employees' pay, customer bill, financial ratios, hospital bill, insurance claim, etc. Management, science, or operational research model might be used for determining optional product mix, aggregate planning, and economic order quantity determination. So here is again one figure is here. It's a date life cycle. Okay, so there is generate and it is go through store, destroy also there in between, and retrieve and evaluate for future use, and it go to manipulate and it utilize. Okay, so utilize again come to evaluate for the future, and their sort out is there, synthesis is there. So this is the date life cycle okay process. You just go through this figure, so you'll get more idea. And value and cost of information, this is the Fourth subsection of unit 6, the value of information is measured in terms of benefit to the organization. The benefits may be tangible, that can be easily quantified. Example, 5% increase in sale is a tangible benefit which correspond to say rs 50,000, like that. And if the cost of information that led to that additional profit is rs 20,000, then the value of the information is rs 30,000. And therefore, using information to its advantage, organization develops an information system. However, before developing the system, a cost or benefit analysis is done to figure out net benefit of the system. There are many methods to assess value of information system. The most common are explained below. There is cost benefit analysis. IT projects require investment in advance before getting its outcomes. Many times it becomes difficult for organization to take decisions on such investment over the years. However, it is clear now about the advantage of information and hence the need for the is nowadays. IT projects are less risky provided all resources including the human resource are well planned and put in place. And identification of IT cost. Earlier, IT costs used to be so hard to estimate because of excessive overhead, and with an advancement in IT and availability of human resources in much easier way than it used to be earlier, the task has become uncomplicated. There are options available for investment on IT. Third party resources available also through internet in terms of cloud service has helped the organization in setting up IT infrastructure in simple way. And one may go for establishment in phases based on its preparedness of taking up the load and usability. And the direct cost involved in IT. So there is an environmental operation cost, hardware, software, installation and configuration cost, overhead, training cost, maintenance cost, like that. Various items details are there. For example, in hardware there is servers, computers and printers, backups devices and network and security equipments is there. And indirect human cost. Indirect human cost is more significant than direct cost and it is very elusive in nature. And following is the taxonomy of indirect human cost. There is management time, management effort and dedication, and under this, employee training, retraining and human resource development, management resource, personal issue, cost of ownership, employee time, employee motivation. And indirect organizational cost, losses in productivity, organizational productivity, strains on organizational resources, opportunity cost and risk, business process re-engineering and the integration of service, covered resistance. Identification of benefit. The following are the potential benefit of an IT system. It reduced the headcount, reduced manufacturing cost, reduced the inventory cost, reduced the downtime, so better quality control, additional new customers, increased the sales from existing customers, better image of the organization and higher employee morale, and reduce attrition rate and the ability to recruit better employees, eliminate data duplicacy, like that. And this approach of doing cost benefit analysis is known as total cost of ownership, that is TCO. The model attempts to include all costs including direct and indirect cost of owing the information system. One can include non-business uses of a computer system as a cost factor. This model is versatile and give you complete freedom to include any relevant cost or benefit, and it has been used to assess the net benefit of owning a computer system. And TCO in a many cases has revealed weakness of an information system in terms of underutilization or mismanagement of IS. So activity A is here based on this section. And return on investment, that is ROI. Another measure of IS value is return on investment. This method tries to quantify additional profit that are generated as a percentage of the investment in the information system technology. For an example, a manufacturing firm invested 5 crore rupees in IS and an additional benefit due to increased sales is 50 lakh rupees, then the return on investment is like this. So this is return on investment and earning growth, market share, customer awareness, and satisfaction. Okay, so customer satisfaction is one of the most valued intangible benefit of an information system. In present days, when we have online services by almost all organization, IS helps customer track status of their orders, and the customer may check the stock status before the places he places an orders, and all the leading companies that conduct survey on behalf of their client companies to determine the satisfaction level of their customers. So this is about today's session, and next session we will discuss on next video. In between any doubts, you can contact us anytime, and for more MBA videos, you just do like, share, and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.
i-tutor Academy presents Ignou Mba complete syllabus coverage classes for individual students, semester-wise subject with online and flexible timing. For more details, contact on +916 238 21785.